Like toddlers and tiaras, beauty pageants have become the talk of the town in recent years. But did you know that many of your favorite celebs actually got their start in kids' pageants? You wouldn't believe which of the top-earning celebrities used to rock miniature tiaras. Just wait until you see number 8 on our list. We are still shocked. New around here? Don't forget to give this video a big thumbs up and subscribe for more. Now, let's watch 10 celebs who got their start in kids' beauty pageants. Rihanna. Rihanna has taken the world by storm. Not only is she an amazing singer, but she now has her own shoe line and several makeup collaborations. Looking at her now, you might think that she was always destined for stardom, but that wasn't always the case. Rihanna came from very humble beginnings, growing up extremely poor in Barbados. The singer didn't exactly have a direct line to stardom. Her parents were constantly on and off again, and she said she was like a second mom to her siblings. She was also made fun of for being so light-skinned. Despite all the adversity that she experienced, Rihanna entered her high school's beauty pageant at 15. She had already grown a love for singing and used that to her advantage in the competition. She sang Mariah Carey's Hero. Her singing voice wowed the judges, and she won the pageant. That was perhaps Rihanna's first taste of the spotlight, but as we all know, it was far from her last. She said that she kind of laughed at the pageant at first, but her friends dared her to do it. After winning the competition, she caught the eye of producer Evan Rogers when he was on vacation in Barbados. From then on, the rest was history. Selena Gomez. Many child actresses find it hard to go from child star to adult actress. It must even be harder to go from child beauty pageant contestant to serious actress. Well, Selena Gomez did just that. Gomez may be known for her early stints on Barney and Friends, but even before that, Gomez was showing off on a much different kind of stage. Recently, she shared this Throwback Thursday picture of herself on Twitter, showcasing her early days as an adorable pageant queen, or maybe princess in this case. She captioned the picture saying, "Talk about a TBT." She looked absolutely adorable in that white fluffy dress beside that trophy that was almost as tall as her. We can only imagine what Gomez's talent was at the time. Was she already the singing powerhouse that she is now? Or did her vocal cords need a little more time to develop? Either way, we can't get enough of this adorable photo of Gomez. We didn't think she could get any cuter than she is now. Selena, if you're watching, can you share some video footage of the pageant? We would love to see it. What do you think Gomez's talent was? Let us know in the comments. Demi Lovato. Demi Lovato is another actress that most people believe got her start on Barney and Friends. While she was a child star on the show, that wasn't Lovato's only early claim to fame. She began her journey to stardom much earlier in beauty pageants. Lovato started it out in pageants at just 7 years old. For her, the experience was not a positive one. She says that as early as 2 or 3 years old, she has memories of wondering if her stomach would ever be flat. For someone who was already worried about her body image at such a young age, being thrust into the spotlight might have not been the best thing. She recalls some of her early pageants and how she would feel looking up at some of the skinny models that she had plastered all over her walls. She says that she would wonder why she didn't look like that and why her hips were so big. Her pageant days primed her for landing huge roles at the Disney Channel. She went on to star in Camp Rock and Sunny with a Chance. While those might have seemed like amazing opportunities for anyone, more of the spotlight was not a good thing for Lovato. She eventually entered rehab, where she spent 3 months. Now, Lovato has learned to love herself, flaws and all. Britney Spears. You could not make it through the 90s without knowing who Britney Spears was. She was America's sweetheart. From the moment people heard Baby One More Time, her fame was solidified. But long before Spears was the cute schoolgirl with pigtails and pink scrunchies, she was taking the pageant world by storm. She started her career in pageants at the early age of 3. She won so many trophies that they are now kept in a museum in Kentwood, Louisiana. Spears accredits some of her pageant success to leading her to her career as a singer. She says that she found out what she wanted to do at an early age. After Spears outgrew the pageant world, she focused on singing. With a voice like that, it's no wonder that she won so many competitions as a child. The other kids probably were shocked when they heard her vocals. Now Spears is the mother of 2 adorable little boys. Though she hasn't become a pageant mother, she is still performing in Las Vegas and giving fans exactly what they want. We love Britney, and we will forever be grateful that pageants introduced her to her love of singing on stage. We just can't get get enough of her. Katy Perry. We normally picture pageant queens as cute, sweet, innocent girls. The pageant industry is often known for producing ladylike women. When you think of Katy Perry, her sass and wild nature come to mind more than anything else. So, you might wonder how she would fit into the pageant world. In an interview, Perry revealed that her mother had actually entered her in a few pageants when she was younger. Unfortunately, she did not win. The first beauty pageant that she participated in was put on by her local grocery store. She got second place, but says the competition wasn't really very stiff. There were only a few other girls in the grocery store competing. After she moved to Lake Havasu, Arizona, she competed in what she calls a real pageant. She also won second place in that competition. Perry told reporters that she probably won second place because her mom cut corners. They took her photos on their own and didn't get the bedazzled, expensive costumes that some of the other kids had. Second place still seems good to us. Perry went on from her mediocre pageantry to become a world-renowned recording artist. So in the grand scheme of things, we don't think she did too shabby. Beyoncé. When you see Beyoncé now, she is a force to be reckoned with. Not only is her voice absolutely amazing, but her dance moves are so complicated that few people can recreate them. So where did it all start for Beyoncé? Many people believe that she got her start in the group Destiny's Child. The singing group featured 4 female vocalists, including Beyoncé. And while that did jumpstart her solo career, that wasn't the beginning for Miss Knowles Carter. She actually began in beauty pageants at the tender age of 7 by singing Imagine by John Lennon. She was given a standing ovation for her amazing voice and performance. After her pageant days, Beyoncé went on to join the group Girls' Time at the age of 10. By then, she had been taking dance classes and was honing her craft. Eventually, her group received the opportunity to perform on Star Search, where they competed against other performers. Unfortunately, they did not win the competition, but that did not stop them. A few of the members of Girls' Time went on to start Destiny's Child. From there, the group received almost instant success. They won Grammy after Grammy and had fans all over the world. Beyoncé eventually branched off on her own, but you can bet that she developed that star power from the first moment she was on stage participating in a beauty pageant. Hilary Duff. Disney Channel has had many stars. From its beginning, the television station has been the jumping ground for success in the careers of many young stars. For the few lucky young actors who become Disney Channel favorites, success is almost guaranteed. Hilary Duff was one of those few. Her show, Lizzie McGuire, was one of the most successful shows that the channel had, running from 2001 to 2004. Duff's character Lizzie was everything that teenage girls wanted to be. She was cool in the way that only someone on television could be. She was quirky and always getting into some sort of embarrassing situation. She always had a crush on someone, most of whom were seriously out of her league, like Aaron Carter. But overall, Lizzie was a good person, and fans could relate to that. By landing the leading role in the show, Duff ensured her spot in the Disney Channel lineup. But before that, Duff was showing off her winning smile elsewhere. Recently, she posted a Flashback Friday photo on Twitter showcasing her pageant days. She captioned the photo saying there was so much wrong with the picture. Maybe that means that her pageant days were not as fun as we'd like to imagine. Justin Timberlake. Who doesn't love a good boy band? We can't think of anyone. From NSYNC to Backstreet Boys, boy bands have been in style for decades. Though boy bands don't typically last forever, they are usually a good breeding ground for solo talent to branch off. Just take a look at Justin Timberlake. He started out in NSYNC, but the level of solo success that he has achieved has gone way past what he did when he was in the group. But even before that, Timberlake was wowing people from the stage. Where? Some might say in the Mickey Mouse Club. While that is true, Timberlake was a member of the Mickey Mouse Club, but he actually began his days performing on stage before that. That's right, Justin Timberlake competed in pageants as a child. His grandmother told Us Weekly that in 1992, Timberlake won 6 trophies at the International Supreme King Contest in Nashville, Tennessee. In the pageant, Timberlake showed many different sides of his personality. He wore a suit and showcased his amazing dance moves. At other points in the competition, he wore a cowboy outfit complete with a hat. You can watch live footage of Timberlake's pageant performance on VH1's 100 Greatest Kid Stars. We will sure be watching. We just can't get enough of teenage Timberlake. Maddie Ziegler. Anyone familiar with the popular television show Dance Moms? The show was widely watched among moms and daughters alike. The series gave viewers viewers an in-depth look into the dance scene to see what it took for dancers to come out on top. Dancing may seem like all glitz and glam, but after watching the show, it was clear that that wasn't the case at all. The girls often practiced for hours and became so stressed that they spent most of the episode crying. Led by Abby Lee Miller, the girls danced for the Abby Lee Dance Company. Miller was notoriously hard on the girls, often pushing them to their limits. But they didn't do all of that practicing for nothing. On most occasions, the girls came in first place in their competitions and rarely left without placing at all. The star dancer in the company was Maddie Ziegler. She was one of Miller's favorites and was so good that she caught the eye of singer Sia. She then landed lead roles in Sia's music videos for Chandelier and Elastic Heart. But before Ziegler was a world-renowned dancer, and before she got her big break on Dance Moms, Ziegler was a pageant girl. You can watch many of her pageant speeches and dance routines on YouTube. McKenzie Ziegler. Being a little sister isn't the easiest thing to do. You can feel like you're trapped in your older sibling's shadow, or like you always have to do extra things to measure up. That was probably the case in the Ziegler family. McKenzie is the younger sister of superstar dancer Maddie Ziegler. The two were both featured on the hit show Dance Moms. But even on the show, McKenzie was always being compared to her older sister. Once her older sister hit her big break and began dancing in music videos for Sia, we can bet that McKenzie started feeling the pressure. But Dance Moms isn't the only place where McKenzie followed in the footsteps of her older sister. She also competed in pageants just like Maddie. You can see several of her pageant photos plastered all over Pinterest. It's no wonder that they both like to compete in beauty competitions. Often the hardest part of a pageant is the talent portion. But when you are already an amazing dancer, the contests are probably no big deal. We can see the two of them winning every competition that they enter. We wonder if now that neither one of the sisters is on Dance Moms anymore, they will go back to the world of big dresses and tiaras, or if they will stick to dancing for television and music videos. That's it for 10 celebs who got their start in kids' beauty pageants. What do you think? Were you surprised by some of the celebrities on this list? Did we miss anyone? Let us know in the comments down below. Thanks for watching.